They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
Are growing out, and the only way the roots grow out every single day and they grow stronger and they grow better is if that we all water.
What? Well, I'm out, man.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday night. It is another all brand new edition
What up,
of
though?
Chip and Drip here on the AAT Sports Network and AAT Birds. I am your main host, Chip at Chip for the Birds, joined by my co-host and partner in crime, JD Oracle at _Oracle from the D2M Podcast LLC. And we got a special co-host, co-guest tonight. I don't know, how do we do things here? We got my man Brice. We got my man Brice the fourth.
There you go. Yeah, make sure you put the
He's
fourth
kicking
on
off
that
his podcasting career, and I am more than happy to kind of hear his take on some Philadelphia things. He knows the topics, he knows the things, and we're going to get into it. So, Brice, welcome to the show. I want you to tell the people a little bit about yourself. I'm going to give you a big screen style here. Hold on.
I get the shelter. All right, bet. So, Brice Brown the fourth. I'm from Wilmington, Delaware. I went to UD. I know 4 for 4 all day long. I love sports. Music is my number one love, but Eagles are also my number 1A, 1B. I'll say 1A, 1B. But at the same time, I just want to put my voice out there. I appreciate the love from you guys, man. I really do. Like, I'm trying to get my, trying to put 2 feet down, 10 toes down in this. So I appreciate you guys. But no, other than that, I'm from Wilmington, Delaware. First state all day.
Delaware.
Absolutely.
I mean, now you say that, but like JD, I think he's somewhere in Montana right now. Or I don't even know what cave are you crawling out of right now. You got to tell the people where you at.
Wait,
because last we heard, your journey was leading you to South Carolina.
Facts. Like, I thought you were going to South Carolina. That's what I thought.
I am in South Carolina, but I know I'm from South Carolina originally, so I'm going home to coach and all that stuff, and just hadn't had a good day today, y'all. Like, I'm on.
Oh, excuse me.
A little bit of. Go ahead.
No. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just I've had a little bit of a bad day today, so I'm coming to get off a little steam.
Okay.
Not a little steam in a safe place with good people. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I
appreciate everybody for checking in. I don't know we're gonna have our regular.
And you picked us. You picked me for good people. You picked me for good people.
You definitely good people. Where's T? Where's T?
She's catching up on her Johnny Depp Amber Heard situations over there.
True, big fan. That's a mess.
Fuck that lady. But anyway,
dude, she's the worst.
The fucking worst.
The crazy ones are the best ones. That's what they say.
Listen, but here's the thing: it doesn't work if it's 2 crazies, right? Like,
correct.
2 wrongs don't make a right. 2 nutbags don't make a peanut. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like she's not helping him be better. Like, Jesus sucks. No,
he's already fucked up enough. He needs someone to ground him a little bit.
And she just sucks.
Listen, bro. All I'm gonna
and
tell
not
you
knocks him to the ground.
There's a saying that the good ones have the best. That's all I'm saying.
Yep, and delete that word because we're not gonna say that on the. But what I should have did was I have to declare, who I root for. Eagles all day, Sixers all day, Phillies all day, Flyers all day, Liverpool. I don't know if you guys cover, England football on here. Miami all day, and I know that you're a Clemson fan, and I'm sorry.
Oh my God! All right, so I'm gonna see myself.
You don't have to be sorry.
Right, I'm gonna see myself.
Yeah, you don't have to be sorry to me.
Oh no, I mean we haven't done anything to help. But I listening, I was like, damn, I gotta go on his podcast, learning that he's a Clemson fan, which is cool. ACC, I get it, but I just had to let you know up front.
Oh, you can throw the all you want. It doesn't bother me at all whatsoever.
I know. My man Matt checking in. He said, "Welcome to the Painful Flyers Club." Wait, this isn't on the Wheel of Destiny tonight. Yo, the
Listen,
Flyers are the worst right now.
The worst.
So for all of you who've been following me for a while, right?
The worst.
Matt and I have this bromance through the computer screen where I tried to get back into hockey after many years off, and obviously my team is the Flyers with a little bit of love for the Kraken because I just love the team.
Right.
And I couldn't even bring myself to watch the Flyers this year, and now I'm watching everything that's happening in the offseason, and you just see a team without a plan of any kind. They don't know what they're going to do with the coach. They don't know what they're going to do with the players. You used to have this belief that Hart was the guy of the future, and even now that's in question. I mean, this is a team that has absolutely zero direction, and I don't know how to feel about that. Yes, Matt, we can immediately attest the beginning of the decline of Flyers hockey to me starting to watch hockey. There is a direct correlation, except on Monday nights. The Flyers always won on Monday nights when I did my show and the Flyers were playing.
And I'm a superstitious person, so you saying that makes me feel really weird. It's like, shit, I should have been watching. I mean, I was, but like, damn, were they winning every Monday?
It was either the Flyers, the Phillies, the Sixers. I was like undefeated on Mondays for a solid. I mean, you probably know better than I do. I want to say I was undefeated on Mondays for a solid 6 months, 7 months.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Like it was a direct correlation. People knew, like the people who were commenting were like, "Oh, good, you're on." As I had to be on during the first period or the first quarter, because that was when the show started a little earlier. And yeah, it was. We did, Matt. We had a good run. I think the Eagles actually messed it up on a Monday night game.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, you can't count on them to do much. So here's the deal. For those of you that have been tuned out for a while, we brought something in last week, and it was a pretty big hit. So we are returning this week the Wheel of Destiny. The Wheel of Destiny has the list of topics that we plan to discuss, but in no given order. We're literally going to spin a wheel, and whatever it lands on is our topic. So we might jump into the NFL and then go right to the NBA and then go back to an NFL topic. We might start off the show with shenanigans and alienate everybody watching. I'm afraid of the week that we do shenanigans first because it will all be downhill after that.
Yes. I know JD likes shenanigans, so.
JD enjoys the shenanigans because that's the one part of the show that I do not prep him on.
Okay.
I just literally say, "Oh, plus shenanigans."
I'm here with it.
He goes, and this is the part where I hope people aren't watching.
I'm just here. Listen, I'm here. Let's go. Yep.
I ain't with the
have my series
tonight.
You need the shenanigans tonight?
For me, the shenanigans is only a restaurant and a movie. So
if you say shenanigans one more time, I'm going to pistol whip you. Hey, Farva, what's the name of that restaurant you like with all the goofy shit on the walls? Oh, you mean shenanigans?
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
So here's the wheel tonight. We got Harden. We got Doc.
Trash.
We got the NBA playoffs. We got Nick Foles on the wheel. We got NFL fun. And, of course, we have shenanigans. I don't think I missed anything.
NBA playoffs.
I said Phillies. And we get the Phillies on there, yeah.
NBA playoffs.
It's on there.
I know, but you didn't say it.
I said Harden, Doc, NBA playoffs, Nick Foles, shenanigans, and NFL fun. I didn't say Phillies, but there's the Phillies. So we are going to click the wheel and jump right on into it, and around we go. Our first topic of the night shall be – oh, shit. Okay, cool. This is light shenanigans. So this is the NFL fun. I'm going to remove this for the next part of the topic. I'm going to take this down. And I'm going to open up something that I found online that I thought was pretty cool.
Oh, God. You took him off.
Did I take out Brice? Brice, you know how to get back in, I hope. He wanted the shenanigans so bad that he left.
He'll be back. They always come back.
Yeah. They always come back. So, hold on. Now I got to find where I have it because I have a lot saved in the bookmark land tonight. You actually are probably not going to appreciate this too much, if I'm being totally honest with you.
If it's the little hand situation, I don't want to talk about it.
It's not the little hand situation. We moved on past that.
A small hand. Please grab my strong
hand. Take my strong hand. All right. So let's see. I'm going to share the screen. And the topic that we have tonight for the NFL is, first off, look, we know that some of these teams are getting a lot better, but CBS Sports put out the top tiers of offenses going into the NFL season.
Okay.
So based on what has happened in the offseason, this is what this one dude on CBS feels is the best way that the offenses look right now. So I'm going to add this to the stream. And you can't see that at all. That is tiny as hell. Let me zoom in a little bit, see if that makes it any better.
I can see it.
Is that any better?
No, but it looks fine to me to begin with.
All right. So this is the 2022 offensive tiers according to Jared Dubin of the CBSSports.com NFL staff. So we got the best, the almost elite, the above average, the average, the below average, and the bottom. So JD, dealer's choice here. Do you want to start with the top or the bottom?
Let's start with the low hanging fruit. Let's take the bottom.
Okay. Do you agree that the two worst offenses in the NFL right now are the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, everybody else has a quarterback. Everybody else has players around them. You got Justin Fields and Davis.
Whoa. Hold on. You're telling me that the Seattle Seahawks have a quarterback right now? You're telling me that Drew Lock,
Davis Mills, is better than Davis Mills?
I disagree. I don't think that is the case. I do not think that Davis Mills is better, or that Drew Lock is better than Davis Mills.
I mean, that's where we differ. And then Justin Fields has nobody to throw it to, so he's not that good of a
Justin Fields has nobody to throw the ball to.
So, that's the bottom of the bottom. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. That works for me. What you got?
I mean, the only one that I would actually be willing to say that the Seahawks should actually go into that lower tier. I think that yes, they got DK Metcalf, but besides that, they are hemorrhaging, absolutely hemorrhaging left and right.
That's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
We got to talk about your Steelers being in the second to lowest category.
I think that we're going to be better offensively than most people think, and I don't think it has anything to do with the quarterback because you can pretty much plug anybody in there, to be honest. Because if you think about it, they got Jacksonville above us. They got Washington Redskins. Wrestling football team or the Commanders.
Commanders.
They got the Lions in front of us. We got an elite defense. And I know this is for offensive tiers, and our offense isn't going to have to do as much because our defense is really good. So, to be honest with you, I actually got them at above average. If it was my poll, not because the Steelers is my team, but they still have Najee Harris. They still got a plethora of running backs. A plethora of receivers. They got a decent tight end. And even if
I definitely think that the Steelers, out of that list, right? Out of that list, I think the Steelers are kind of unfairly judged. The Panthers are a mess. The Seahawks have Drew Lock. That's what it comes down to. But they still have DK Metcalf. Just you're not going to get the ball to him. The Falcons, you lost your quarterback, and I don't see them getting better. I think that this is much more of a quarterback-centric decision than anything else. I think Mitchell Trubisky is not good enough, and Kenny Pickett is definitely not good enough.
Somebody saying
yes,
the Jets average?
Well, and that's what I was going to say, right? So you got why are the Jets considered average? Well, they got some pieces around them, but Zach Wilson.
Come on, man! Let's be real. What did the Jets really go do this year? They still don't have a running back.
Bryce is back. Bryce is back.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, yeah.
I thought you was running from the smoke.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
So, as soon as
what
we
is
put this
wrong
up,
with you? I am here. I'm running up chimneys. What is wrong with you?
So, Bryce, what we have here is some dude on CBS, right? Jared Dubin has said that this is the rankings of offenses going into the season. So is there anything right now we're on the below average deck? Is there anything that glares out to you as being problematic And while you get a chance to glance over, right, Javier wants to know why the Jets are considered average. I agree that is problematic. Julie checking in. What's up?
Listen.
What's up, Julie?
There you go.
Javier is saying, he's got a good point here. He says the Jags, the Giants, the Lions, and the Jets should all be under the Steelers at the least. And I agree.
I will agree. Yes, I will agree.
Javier, that is 100%.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yes, absolutely. Because what are the Jets giving you above the Steelers that makes them above? Like that makes no sense to me.
A quarterback going into his second year in a system. That's it.
Yeah.
The thing, and this is what a lot of people don't understand this about the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
The Steelers offense basically lives off of the defense.
Correct.
If our defense is kicking on all cylinders.
It's been your identity for years.
Yeah, when you only got to score 40 yards to score a touchdown because your defense gives you the ball at the 40-yard line every time, it doesn't make it hard. Like Trubisky, even though I know he's got some issues with throwing interceptions and being super mediocre, he still got Najee Harris, he still got Claypool, he still got Deontay Johnson, he still got so many different weapons. On a plus with the guys that went out and acquired over the draft. So, listen, the kid from
Javier
Georgia,
is saying that the guy that made this thing must be a Jets fan, and I don't necessarily think you're wrong. I don't hate this overall. Like when you look at it, there's a lot that makes sense. We're talking just offense here, and as Matt's saying, it doesn't matter until you take the field. I think that's a very accurate assessment. Don't worry, Julie. We're going to get to your comment as well when we get the wheel of shenanigans going again. The wheel of destiny. Looking at this, though, for me, I don't think that you can say that a team like Jacksonville and the Titans belong on the same tier.
Right.
No.
Because, yes, the Titans lost A.J. Brown, and, yes, they still have Ryan Tannehill, but you still have, if you're talking running backs, you're talking 1 and 1A, you're talking the best running back in football in Derrick Henry.
And I honestly, if you watch football, it is a injury driven league. So when you see a player go out, you're like, oh, that team is terrible. Oh, but you forgot that he's coming back next year. You forgot about that, right? So healthy Derrick Henry, he puts this team above average. It's just.
I don't know. I mean, I think the average marker is accurate. I think that the average marker is accurate, but I don't think that they should be on the same tier as a Jacksonville, as the Giants.
No.
Teams who aren't good. They don't have quarterbacks or proven quarterbacks. They don't have established offenses.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Giants here who didn't have a wide receiver touchdown all last season. You've got a Saquon Barkley who the mileage on the tires is adding up. You've got a Washington football team with, Carson learning a system. You've got a Patriots team where Mac Jones is still your quarterback. I don't think the Titans belong on that level.
So can I say something real quick? Let me just jump in.
Yes,
It's your floor, bro.
So when I look at this list of average teams, nobody really sticks out to me that kind of having their crap together. They remind me of a boyfriend who keeps telling you they're going to do better and they keep cheating. But
then he comes back and it's like, I got something for you. Like,
he's just teddy bear, this oversized 6-foot teddy bear. So for me, if I'm being honest, I think if you look at Jacksonville, I think Jacksonville has the most upside out of all those teams, because if you're looking at, they got Doug Peterson, offensive line. You're going to take, Trevor Lawrence, you get ETN back. I can't remember who they got at receiver. I don't think it really matters. I mean,
McLaurin.
He's going to be McLaurin. They're going to be, running for, he's going to be running for his life for the most part. But let's just say in a perfect world, he's not.
Right.
Let's say he's not. Anything is better than last year.
Absolutely.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can look at it that way. The Commanders are probably going to be trash can juice.
Yep.
Any Bill Belichick team has a shot. The Lions, their coach will run through a wall. The Jets are a dumpster fire, and the Giants have been a dumpster fire. So looking at any of these guys right now, and the Titans aren't going to beat anybody because you can't run the ball 500,000 times and expect to beat anybody. So, and they're playing.
You can, as we saw with the Eagles last year, that you can.
Not in the AFC. Not with those.
Correct, and that's the difference. Not with the AFC looking like it does now, where you have so many young quarterbacks who can sling the ball. You've got high-powered offenses, and like I look at some of those other things, like it says above average for like the Cardinals. Well, you got to put an asterisk on there because if Kyler Murray's not your quarterback, they don't belong on that line. They belong in the below average line. If DeAndre Hopkins doesn't come back week 7 and just start lighting it up right away, they don't belong on that line. The Saints surely do not belong on that line. The Saints and the Colts are not of the same caliber. The Saints and the Dolphins are not of the same caliber.
No, absolutely not. Because you got to first of all, if you're the Saints, your quarterback is known for just literally just turning the ball over constantly. Like, it's not even like, okay, yeah, he'll get a pick or a fumble here. No, this man literally throws a pick and fumbles the ball every game. So that's like, you can't hang your hat on that. And
when you have a guy like Jameis Winston who struggled to beat out you can't even call him a quarterback, a straight up gadget player for the job, that's problematic. You also have Sean Payton having retired and whatever Kelly's first name is. Who's the new coach of the Saints?
That's a good question.
Whatever. Exactly. Not Sean Payton. That's an unproven team. And specifically, like, look, I'm a huge Eagles fan, but the Eagles do not belong on an almost elite level. Dennis Allen. I had the right first name, wrong last name.
There you go.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you. I don't think the Eagles belong on the same tier as the Bengals.
And I saw
the Cowboys don't belong on that tier. The Browns do not belong on that tier until you see what Deshaun Watson still has.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Okay.
All right.
You got to take. You got to take. He got to take. Let's go.
I'm not going to stand for any of this Eagle slander. I already told you guys I'm a Steagles fan.
On paper.
Steagles. Let's go.
I'm gonna be honest. There's a couple things you need to realize about these Eagles.
Okay.
We're talking offense right now. Their offense is 10 times better than it was last year.
Bro.
I mean,
agreed.
You are 1,000% correct.
Any team where Jalen Reagor is your second option.
No, not second.
Now he's your 5th or 6th.
I'm gonna say we're just looking over our shoulders like who's that guy? Oh shit, it's Jalen Reagor.
Listen, the big thing with the Eagles is, look, you got all these pieces now. You still don't necessarily have a top tier tight end, but you've got a strong offensive line. You've got great receivers, but do you have a guy that can do the job? And we don't know yet. So, but to say that you're on the same tier as the Bengals, who just played in a Super Bowl
and almost won it
because of only because of their offense, because of Joe Burrow's single-handedly driving that team there by his damn self.
Sure did.
Without an offensive line, picking his own damn self up off the mat. You can't also say that the Browns belong in the same tier as the Bengals because you don't know what Deshaun Watson still brings for you.
Correct. And he's also
the Cowboys are only getting worse at this point. They are not elite offenses.
Yes.
So I don't know.
They're just not. And the Packers don't belong on the toppest of the most tiers because you got Aaron Rodgers, but they got rid of every single person he throws the ball to.
Facts. Aaron Rodgers looking around like
this thing is a mess.
Like Will Smith, like nobody want me here.
So
this thing is a mess.
Yeah, no,
so
I agree.
That leads me to believe that you can actually move the Eagles up and the Bengals up.
No,
into the best of the best.
Look at who you're moving down.
I will take above average. Yes, I'm okay with that. But almost elite, absolutely not. We haven't. And me being an Eagles fan.
Look at the team.
Javier, hold on. I want to touch on this question. On this question, Javier. I'm gonna let you talk. Would you switch the Bengals for the Chargers spot? Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
I would switch the Bengals for the Packers. And then
I would do that too. I would put the Bills up in that top tier too.
I actually don't understand why the Bills are not higher. This is crazy because this is the Bills. Literally, this is the Bills' best time to make it. Like this is like they call it like the ceiling. I'm not gonna say ceiling, but it's
their window. It's their window for sure.
That was the word I was looking for. This is the window. Like you as a GM, you get a window. This is their window. And no, they didn't get there last year, but this is their window is still open. This is their window, and I don't understand why they're not in the best of the best.
All right.
And
so
when I look at this, right, are the Buccaneers only there because Tom Brady's the quarterback?
Yes, you already know that. Absolutely.
Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Let's look at this thing. So we already looked at the list for the most part. So we know we got to move some teams down, and some teams got to come up.
Yep.
If you're saying that the Eagles don't belong there, which I love to be an advocate for the Eagles because I'm not an Eagles fan technically.
Yes.
But you're saying they don't belong there. But we talked about all these other teams who don't belong in their tiers either. So you kind of have to leave them where they're at because of the simple fact that there's nowhere to put them other than where they're at. Like you're going to move teams up and you're going to move teams down, but they should stay kind of where they're at.
Right. But so like I look at this and I go, so Indianapolis for me deserves to go up because you've got
a quarterback.
But you've got a better quarterback than you had last year. So you made an improvement there. And you have, if Derrick Henry is the number 1 running back in the league, then Jonathan Taylor is the 1A.
Yes.
Question. Throwing this out there.
Yes.
Yes.
So
This looks. I like the way you presented that because I feel like something's about to happen. Let's go.
So if the Colts,
yes,
you're saying the Colts belong there, and the Titans do not even belong where they're at. You can't use that same argument because they both just only have a running back. And honestly, to be real with you, to be completely honest, yeah, they have a good running back, but they're still in the AFC. So that's not going to be very potent because they're still in the AFC. They're going to, it's not going to really help them. I mean, great, Jonathan Taylor can run for 4 touchdowns a game, and they could probably still lose by 8 touchdowns the way that these quarterbacks. They got to.
But you look at, but for me, again, for me, losing AJ Brown for the Titans is a huge loss. And what the Colts did is they focus. Hold on. And what the Colts do and the fact that they focus on those 2 tight end sets, they went and got better tight ends and a better quarterback to throw to those tight ends. And their offensive line is already one of the best in football. I think the Colts could go up. I think the Titans could go up A tier, but not much more than that. You also have a team like the Ravens with a former NFL MVP. You've got, the Raiders who got significantly better with adding a guy like Devontae Adams. You've got the Vikings with 2 of the best wide receivers in football. You've got the Dolphins who got drastically better. I just think that this whole list is a damn mess.
I just have a problem because like I said, a lot of these teams aren't unproven. Like you got the Dolphins. We don't know how they're really going to look with Tua.
True.
We've kind of watched Minnesota kind of plateau. The Saints with Jameis Winston is every game. We'd already seen what that's about. San Francisco continues to be there every year. So we kind of got to leave them probably almost an elite. With the Ravens, we don't know what their offense is going to look like because, like you said, last year they had no passing game, and without Lamar Jackson, they look very pedestrian. The Raiders actually showed us a lot.
Javier's got a great comment. Continue.
I like that. Yep. I literally was reading that. I was reading that.
And I'm rocking with, but the Broncos now have a proven quarterback.
Correct.
And so that changes things a little bit, but it still doesn't make it. So I honestly believe you could take the Cowboys down. You could switch the Bengals and probably the Bills to take the spot of the Chargers and the Packers, and that would make that line pretty decent.
Agreed.
I don't think you can move the Eagles and you can't move the Browns because of the Browns have a proven quarterback.
Just based off of roster and I hear you. Okay,
they've done more with less.
Gotcha.
So,
yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Cowboys are the Cowboys because they're going to choke at some point. And then
usually right around December.
Yeah. Like I like them to win all the games prior to December. Then just fall apart.
It's like clockwork.
Cowboys are going to cowboy. You already know.
It's like, with like Punxsutawney Phil on Groundhog's Day. It's like, by December 3rd, you can expect to start to see, the Cowboys downfall.
You're like, oh, look at that.
Bill Murray loves watching the Cowboys in December. He's like, oh yeah, Groundhog's Day.
That's weird. No, it's not weird. They've been doing this for years.
Julie, thank you, Cowgirls. I have my students, again, I teach middle school. I have my students playing the Oregon Trail from 1990 right now,
Bro,
which was ironically the last
greatest
time the Cowboys
games-
were Super Bowl contenders. It was the last time the Cowboys were Super Bowl contenders.
When-
I just did that. The Cowboys just died of dysentery on the Oregon Trail.
I was about to say, can I sidetrack? Are you taking the wheel? Or are you going hunting? Like if it breaks down, are you taking the wheel? Or are you going hunting?
Oh, I go hunting. I go hunting all the time. You could bring Barry Sanders and Megatron back to play for the Dolphins, and they'll still be crap with Tua back there.
Facts.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. Okay, are you ready for my?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Last year, Tua only had Jalen Waddle.
Got it.
And Gaskins, and they made a run. I don't see them doing worse this year with Jalen Waddle and the cheetah. Like, I just don't see it, especially because he's only got to throw the ball 5 yards to get 45 yards.
I was just being a troll.
Like, he can only throw it 4.
I don't believe in that. I was just being a troll.
He had a broke hip.
There's no way that if you had Megatron and Barry Sanders on one team that you lose anything. Pick your poison. What do you want? Are you going to defend the run? Or are you going to double fucking Megatron? It could be me in a chair out there, and you're going to get. It could be you throwing the football, and somebody's going to catch the football.
I mean, I'm just saying, you ain't never seen me throw this left-handed.
Not you.
I played quarterback in high school, by the way.
No, I'm just saying it could be
quarterback coach for 13 years. I know
if
the
you're
position.
Doubling Megatron and making sure that Barry Sanders is being taken care of. It could be anybody out there. They're catching the ball.
You can't take care of no Barry Sanders. They do have like 4 healthy, actually really good running backs. Yeah. And Tua is number 5. All right. Back to
continue
to the wheel.
You're good. Yeah.
To the
back
wheel.
to the wheel.
To the wheel. All right.
Back to the wheel.
Back to the wheel. So that was a pretty solid first section
Nice.
there.
Yeah.
Let's spin it.
Say less.
We are moving on to oh boy.
Uh-oh.
We talking about them Phillies.
Before we slander them, please, can I at least say thank you for beating the Dodgers? Although they shouldn't have because of that stupid ass error, but it happened. But okay, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you guys
Phillies?
take the Phillies.
No, I'm gonna let you go.
No parts in it.
The Phillies
I'm gonna let you go. No,
continue to just dwell in mediocrity. This is after you have a huge payroll, right? You go over the luxury tax.
Let's go. I'm listening. No,
and the Phillies right now are 19-22, a quarter of the way through the season.
Correct.
And you can go ahead and do the thing where you blame it on. All right, well, I don't know, man. They've been hurt. You don't have Bryce Harper playing in the field, and well, besides that, the pitching hasn't been very good, and nothing has changed. Nothing ever changes. This team continues to just live in mediocrity. This team, look, you can just start by saying Aaron Nola is not good. You can just start by saying Aaron Nola is not good. And yes, they beat, as Javier said, they beat Max Muncy, and that was great.
Shout out to Javier for saying thank you, Max Muncy, because without that,
Roman Quinn hit the turbo button on his controller and scored from second on a box ground ball, shouldn't happen. Which shouldn't happen. He's got an 80 speed, and coming off the injury, he does. Until they fix the Aaron Nola problem, everybody is so, again, I teach history. The fact that people are so willing to say, oh, you know what? Aaron Nola he was a runner-up for the Cy Young in 2017.
Means
Stop
nothing.
it. He is mediocre at best. He would be the number 3 starter on most teams. And this whole I'm an ace is garbage. Zach Eflin pitched better than Aaron Nola. And here's something else. And Aaron Nola starts the season, it's bad enough that he's got 1 win on the season. He's got one win on the season, and it was on opening day. The Phillies are 1-8 when Aaron Nola pitches. And he's supposed to be your best pitcher. I am done with Aaron Nola. I'm done with the fact that they have fixed the bullpen. They haven't. Look, you've got these big bats. They've got these big bats, and that's great. But hits come and go. Players go into slumps. You just went 5 days without playing Brice Harper. This Phillies team needs to get better defensively. You need to get rid of Odubel because, listen, the hitting that he does –
fucking bringing this fucking guy back.
Because
it pisses me off.
Because Mickey Moniak is hurt. Because Roman Quinn is not an everyday player. He's a glorified pinch runner. He's your Kenny Lofton. He's your Kenny Lofton style player, which doesn't work in today's Major League Baseball. This team needs an overhaul. Matt, I don't agree with you here. It's not him. Look, we know the bullpen and the offensive lost most of those games, but Aaron Nola consistently has that one inning every game where he starts elevating his fastball and he gets crushed all over the park. He's a problem, and he refuses to fix it.
Nope. Yeah, 100% agree. I honestly don't have any retort to that. Like, if you're pitching well, and we get excuse me, we get to the 8th or 9th inning. And it's a one run game, it should not get to that point. You should have already dealt with that. It pisses me off that people are like, oh, it's not Nola's fault. It's not Nola's fault. It is Nola's fault. It's Nola's fault. You can't call yourself an ace and give up all these goddamn runs, and we give up all these fucking games, by a run or two. And yeah, they could be hitting better with these bats. I get it. But don't call yourself an ace when you are not delivering at all.
Ready? Here's what you need to know, right?
Yep.
His ERA this season is 3.96. Okay, after 9 games, he's got a 3.96 ERA. He's 1-4. More importantly, he's got 9 starts, and the team is 1-8. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's just start there.
Yep.
His last couple starts. 5 1/3, 7. 5 1/3, 7. 6, 7. 5 1/3, 3 1/3, 6. He's all over the place. But those people that want to go, oh my God, he's an ace. He's just having a down year.
No,
you're wrong. His
Yep.
only up year was in 2018 when his ERA was 2.37. Besides that, his career numbers right now 3.96. 463, 328, 387, 354, 478, 359. My friends, the 2018 season was the outlier. That was the outlier. Aaron Nola is an average major league pitcher. Average.
It reminds me of someone, but I'm not going to bring him up because you're not talking about football. So
we're going to get there. It's on the wheel. It's on the wheel. But again, Aaron Nola is average.
His name starts with a D and ends with a P. So.
Who?
He's Dak Prescott, but we're not going to talk about that.
Oh yeah, no, we're talking about that. Yeah, it's and Javier. Javier's comments have been dead on tonight, right? He's our Carson Wentz.
Okay.
Here's the thing with Aaron Nola. We want him so badly to be the guy because he had the one good season. It took us 7 seasons to get rid of Vince Velasquez.
Yeah, no,
it's going to take us another 4 seasons to get rid of Odubel. We don't get rid of guys who are just mediocre, and Aaron Nola is just mediocre.
I was literally sitting in the bar, and I saw Odubel come out to fucking bat, and I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? Why is he still here?
What song did he walk up to? Was one of the hits?
I don't remember. No, the sound was off, so I didn't hear it, but it probably was one of the hits. I don't know, but I was like, he cut his hair. I was like, oh, he's a new man. No, you're not. You're still fucking Odubel. Get out of here.
But what other options do we have? Because the Adam Hazley project didn't work. Mickey Moniak project didn't work. The Scott Kingery project didn't work. The Roman Quinn project didn't work. The Matt Vierling project didn't work. All these projects didn't work.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
You don't have a good enough center fielder. And because Brice Harper is hurt, you don't really have a lot of wiggle room. You got to put somebody mediocre in center field.
Agreed.
Who hurt you guys?
Aaron Nola.
Thank you. Yeah.
And the other thing is Rhys Hoskins is not a leadoff hitter. Rhys Hoskins is not a leadoff hitter.
Girardi has to stop with this like mix up of the lineup. I'm over it. Like, stop it, please.
So if you look at some of the best teams in baseball history, they've got a very set lineup against a righty and against a lefty. And I know baseball has changed.
And then how many times do they change it?
Not often.
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure you understand. I know you knew. I was just making
not often. And I know baseball has changed and you're looking at analytics, but here's the deal. You still need your fastest guy to be your leadoff hitter.
Correct.
You need your second hitter to be the guy that is always getting contact. Here's the thing. In
the field. Yes.
I don't care if it's a hit. I don't care if it's a ground ball and it's a fielder's choice. You just need someone who's not going to strike out. Right. Your third hitter is a power hitter. Your fourth hitter is a power hitter. Your fifth hitter is a power hitter. 6, you start to turn it over again. 7, 8, and 9, you're just hoping. And I know now at this point with the DH situation, I get it. But the fact of the matter is that you have gone so far away from that one of your cleanup hitters is now batting leadoff for you.
Correct.
That's an issue. Girardi is actually overthinking this game. And much like somebody else we're going to talk about tonight, not taking accountability for it. Next question.
Yeah.
Dude, you won one title all them years ago. Stop it.
With a all-star
with a
lineup.
Guaranteed all-star winning team.
I could have fucking coached that fucking team.
Javier, JD, why so quiet? Javier, come on, JD.
Oh, no,
come
JD,
on, buddy.
Listen, and I'm
come
okay
on, buddy.
You're good. There's nothing for him to say. We're saying all the things for him. It is what it is.
I get heated when it comes to baseball.
Mr. Mime, you know what I'm saying? Get the Pokemon card out.
Do you want to hold hands?
Oh, wait. Get the Pokemon card out.
I'm waiting on y'all to turn the wheel back on.
You want the wheel back on?
Yeah,
I get heated when it comes to baseball. Look, it's going to be a long summer of baseball, especially because they don't know how to. They don't know what they're doing.
No,
and they're just stuck in being mediocre, and everything starts to break for them. Like you have Max Scherzer for the Mets now going to miss a solid amount of time. This is your time to make a move, and I don't think the Phillies are going to do it.
No,
and baseball is too long of a season.
That's what happens
to hang us on.
When you root for Philly teams, you hate to see it. You really
I'll start caring about baseball in October.
Wheel it up.
Back to the wheel. Still left on the wheel are Nick Foles, shenanigans, Harden, Doc, and the NBA playoffs. Playoffs.
Jesus.
Here we go.
You talking about playoffs?
Playoffs. We
are
talking. Yeah.
Damn it.
Can we get Doc talk for like 2 seconds and move it on? Javier.
Yeah, please.
Javier called his shot. So,
can you make me big, please?
Oh yeah, no.
Just 1 second. Let me set it up. Let me set up why Doc is on the wheel, and then JD, since you sat out the baseball song, I'm gonna let you have first.
Yeah, exactly.
Rumors are starting to surface that Doc, at this point, still remains a leading candidate for the Lakers job, like the number 4 potential candidate. Even though he's under contract with the Sixers, and it would cost the Sixers money to have both of those coaches on their payroll. JD, what do you have to say about these rumors?
Floor is yours.
So first of all, I'd like to thank all my people out there in the world. I've been talking about Glenn's bum ass for a while. Right? So when I think about Glenn Rivers, I think about a dinosaur. And like we're not teaching kids about dinosaurs anymore in school because they're extinct and we're not even sure they walked the earth for real. So like let's do that. We're not really sure that Doc Rivers won his championship for real at this point. Now we're starting to look at all these different reasons of why he might have won. Maybe Kevin Garnett, maybe Ray Allen, maybe Paul Pierce, maybe other Hall of Famers he coached during that year. Because every other time he doesn't have a team full of Hall of Famers, he can't seem to get out the first round. He couldn't even win with Kawhi. And Kawhi is won with everybody. So I'm not really sure why we're upset. Let's let him go to the Lakers. And that'll be more of a dumpster fire than it was when he was with the Clippers. I'm not really sure what we're doing here. Do you want me to pack his bag and drop him to the airport? Because I will gladly do so.
Listen, before you do that, I just have to ask you this. JD, before you pack his bag and drive him to the airport, I just have to ask, Would you ask that of Pop?
Now we got a question on our hands. Yeah, your heartstrings are being pulled right now like a violin.
First of all,
would you ask that of Pop?
Lily, I'm coming to join you, honey. Like, it made me hit the Fred Sanford. Listen, I don't care what he needs. Like, I wouldn't ask Pop that because Pop has never been in that position.
Say less.
I've never had to question if Pop was going to lose a 3-1 series,
right?
Or if Pop was going to give up a 25-point lead,
okay?
Or if Pop was going to go in there and not answer questions. So, to be honest with you, I'm with Javier. Listen, I will start the page tomorrow, Javier, and I'm guaranteeing we get 100,000 in donations to get a fresh, very fresh private jet plane for this guy on the first thing out of here. And guess who we need to pick up? To add insult to injury, we grab Sam Cassell, let Sam stay, tell Doc to pack his crap.
Damn.
But if this all goes down, who's the next head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers? Mike D'Antoni.
I need D'Antoni on my list. Here's
my issue.
If Doc is okay.
I agree.
What you got to use?
JD, I agree because the issue is that outside of the Philadelphia Eagles and whoever the Flyers might hire, the move has been to get the next big name in coaching. That's the move, right? The Phillies got Joe Girardi because he was the next big name in coaching. The Sixers went out and got Doc Rivers because he was the next big name in coaching. They don't actually. There is an idea that these guys are just winners everywhere they go.
They're not.
And that's not the case.
No.
At some point, you've got to inject new blood into the coaching trees. That's why Spoelstra has been successful for as long as he has, because they plucked him when he was a young kid, molded him under Pat Riley, and then let him develop his thing.
I was going to say, if you give me a Heat fan, 2007, like who's Eric Spoelstra? You wouldn't know who he was.
He was the film room guy.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. You had no idea. But now he's one of the greatest coaches of all time. Not greatest coach of all time, but
he's transitioned between regimes. He transitioned from a LeBron era. He transitioned from a Dwayne Wade era.
Correct.
He took a single-handed Jimmy Butler team to the finals, bubble or not. I don't give a damn. And he's in the mix to take this Heat. He's in the mix to take this Heat team there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, JD.
Okay. Just would like to point out here.
Yeah, Matt's talking about him in the Uber.
I would not get him an Uber XL. That shit television. So we'll be riding the regular Uber. I want that to be very clear. And also, Javier is like, listen, the big names don't always win. That's been my biggest issue with this regime. Is that we always, with Maury goes out and gets these guys with these big names. He's always been able to great big names and bring them into the arena, and we've always just assumed that would help teams win. Unfortunately, in this day and age in the NBA, you don't need 15 stars.
No,
you really only need two main guys, and you need a plethora of role players. So when it comes to when you start talking about, hey, Maury's done all this great stuff for the Sixers because you got us James Harden. I don't want you to do the next thing and go get D'Antoni. What the hell has D'Antoni won? Like, these guys can't.
Nothing.
Exactly.
But again, it's the idea these names are out there. And like even Julie's saying, like Jay Wright. Now, I wouldn't hate that move, and he's got the Philly ties and everything, but I don't know if he can do what he did at Villanova at the professional level.
No, I don't think
it's the same. It's the same way that you look at a guy, like a Chip Kelly, like you look at a guy like a Nick Saban, like you look at all these college coaches. A lot of the reason why they had the success is they went out and got their guys. I don't know if Jay Wright's able to have that level of success here.
No.
Don't ever say Nick Saban on the show.
But am I wrong? When he won, he won at LSU. He did not win as a Dolphins coach. He's now in Alabama and he's winning again. He is able to pick his guys and run his program and throw a little bitch fit when he doesn't get the players that he wants.
My thing is with college coaches is that
the NIL.
Oh no, yeah, so fucking upset that they're taking. Yes, they're gonna take money out of your pockets. It's gonna happen. Like it is what it is. But no, my thing with college coaches is that you can coach these kids kids. But when you get to the NFL, you can't tell these people to do. They're grown men. It's not the same. It's not the same at all. You can't tell these players to go to practice and do this and do that. No, they're going to do what they're going to do. They're getting their money anyway, so they don't give a shit. So
that's at all sports. You look at a guy like Chip Kelly. You look at a guy like Steve Spurrier.
That's exactly what
These
happened.
were gadget coaches who did not succeed in the NBA because their gadgets didn't work. They won briefly, but then they failed when they refused to adapt. So the Philadelphia Eagles became the Philadelphia Ducks.
So we were just talking about like coaches without big names. But we've watched a couple coaches come through here and they're having great success. We're watching one right now with the Celtics. Like that guy coached here.
Yeah.
He was a coach on our.
He was an assistant under Brett Brown, right?
Yes.
Right. What's funny is that we keep saying that Doc. Well, has Doc won more than Brett Brown? Has he gotten farther than Brett Brown at this point?
No.
Nope. He hasn't. I'm gonna answer that for you.
Brett Brown got to a second round.
You see,
he got to the second round. Game
I'm
7
over here, and it means no.
The triple bounce.
I thought that was Doc for some reason.
No.
No.
It's his MO
Yeah,
for
he is
sure,
not.
but not him.
Right.
It's his MO, but not him.
Nope.
Because then Kawhi left the Toronto and went to play for him in Clippers.
Correct.
So,
yep.
but we're looking at these guys in these trees, right? We're always so big on the trees, like the Belichick trees and whoever trees. And, we go shaking these trees down to get these great coaches. Well, did anybody ever think that maybe, just maybe, while we're shaking the tree, we might not need to shake the tree very hard because we got a guy that is already player developed with Maxey. He's developed Maxey. Maxey's developed under
Sam Cassell more than any coach he's played for.
Great fucking point.
So if you're going to go anywhere and you don't want to leave,
agreed.
You're right. Brett Brown.
You're right, Matt. You're absolutely right, Matt.
And what was the grandfather of the Brett Brown coaching tree?
Pop.
Thank you.
You know what? Let's just do this. Let's just do it. Let me go ahead and throw it out. Becky Hammond, and I'm walking away.
Oh! Actually, can I stand up for a second? I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but can I stand up for a second just off of that?
So anyway, this is my show now. Everyone else has apparently left the screen, so this is just my show now. It's cool. I'm not gonna put anybody back on. You got Brice running around the background. Y'all can't see that. JD, you can't see that. He's sitting down there just shaking his head. See, I'll put him back on. Look, there he is again. See, there he is. Boom, take him off again. So now this is the Chip Show. Welcome back. I
had to. That was that point.
No, it's true though. It's straight up true though. Like the Brett Brown coaching tree is a part of the Pop coaching tree. Becky Hammond is ready to take over.
Bro, that point was fire.
Because she's already coached in the G League. She's already done games when Pop is sick or stepped away from the team for a night or two. Like she's already done the job. She's got the respect in the locker room. And I know the conversation, JD, that you and I have already had about Dawn Staley. I don't want to pull her from college basketball because she's finding success there. And they've got to build I don't want to say the acceptance of female basketball, but the excitement for it. You know what I mean? And you need a coach like a Dawn Staley to be that coach. She can't go anywhere. Yes. The times when women's basketball was at its highest was when you had a coach like a Pat Summitt. You need that strong, dominant, winning female coaching in the NCAA female ranks.
And
whereas Becky Hammond has already done it in the NBA.
And for a fact that if Pop was like, hey, she's got my vote, there's no way they're gonna deny that. Pop got top notch, as Shaq would say, G45 classification. Pop he's got it. So if Pop says, hey, yeah, she's it, they're gonna trust him.
And that's what it comes to. And I don't know if she's holding on because you don't know how many more years Pop has left. I mean, he's definitely up there. Mm-hmm. But it's a pretty easy transition, in my mind, to have him be the one that has her be the one to take over. With that being said, back to the Wheel of Destiny. We got still Harden, shenanigans, Nick Foles on the list, and the NBA playoffs. Let's see
Let's
what we
wheel
got.
it up.
Cool, nice easy transition here.
Yep.
Talking NBA playoffs. Playoffs. I know, we did it.
You talking about
Playoffs.
You talking about playoffs?
All right, so if I recall, JD, what was your prediction for the NBA Finals? Which two teams you have in there? I forget what you said.
I said Golden State, and I recently said the Boston Celtics. So I don't take that back. I still believe Boston has enough to get there. I've always they got hot at the right time. Like, they were getting hot at the end of the season. And I always kind of knew, but I thought it would be Phoenix. I thought it would be Phoenix there.
Yo, Phoenix pooped the bed.
Oh, absolutely.
Yo, Phoenix pulled an Amber Heard all up in that series.
Not an Amber Heard. Yeah, no, yep. Can we? Yeah, well, I'm gonna take a drink as well.
This is too fresh for you to be talking about Amber Heard, bro.
That was out of control.
Too soon?
No, absolutely not too soon.
So Golden State is easily. I'm gonna say they're gonna sweep their way into the finals. You know, they're already up 3-0. It's not out of the realm of predictability.
So no games for Dallas.
I don't think so. I mean, in game one, they got whacked real good. Game two, they lost by 3-7.
Yep.
Game three, they lost by 9. I mean, they've made it games, but I just think Golden State's got too much. When you have both Curry and Thompson playing like they've been playing, and then you add the fact like Looney's contributing, like, come on. Come on,
sorry,
Looney.
Who?
Looney is contributing. It's not even Draymond. It's Looney. And then you've got the real sixth man of the year in Jordan Poole contributing like he's been. Like, that team is stacked. And while I do think that the European players are great during the regular season, Dirk only won, one championship?
Oh, no.
But he did it again.
And I think Luka will get his. It's just not going to be this year.
So can I throw this out there? And this is probably a good fact. And this is a question for both of you guys. I know this because I have a preference because I played with Curry, so I have a preference with if you're given a choice between Boston and Miami, though, who would you rather see?
If I'm Golden State?
Yeah.
If I'm Golden State, I would rather see the Celtics. Because
give me more.
Because number one, Jimmy Butler motivates that team and gets them to do whatever they need them to do. So if it's locking down on shooters, that's fine. If you've got, I think, better big men on the Heat when you got like a guy like Bam, and you've got more physical play out of some of these guys on their bench. I mean, you saw it in the Sixers series where they shut down the center. They shut down Joel Embiid. Why I don't want to see the Heat if I'm Golden State is I don't want to have to go shot for shot. And you've got some serious three-point shooters on the Heat. And the bench runs hella deep.
Got it.
Okay, who you got, Brice?
So for me, I'm saying I'd much rather see the Celtics because of the inconsistency I've seen from the Celtics. Jalen and Tatum can give you 30 and 40, and Marcus Smart can come off and give you this and that, but it's not game to game. I've seen them shut down like this series. Their series is going 7 games. I don't care because
they're tying it up tonight, like right now as we speak. Right now,
right? No, yeah, no, I'm looking at it. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
It's 77-52 in the fourth. Celtics. It's going to be tied after tonight.
But so what did they do?
It's a smackdown.
What did they do the other day?
They got smacked.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. I would rather have to play a team that just literally cannot give me the same energy every game, other than a team that I know. Yeah, they're big men.
Right, the question that he asked was, and again, maybe that's why you're saying it. The games that they've won The Celtics.
Oh no,
they won game 2,
killed them
by 25.
Yeah, no.
They're going to win this game by 20 plus.
Yeah.
The games that they've lost, they lost
close.
The other night by 6. They lost the night before that by 9.
But those are collapses, though. Can I trust you?
But they're still close games.
Can I trust you though?
That's why I would rather see the Heat, because the Celtics, when they go off, can light it up.
But can I trust you when the game is at 5 minutes and you're up 5 points? Can I trust you? And clearly, they can't be trusted.
So I think I can declare a winner. I'm gonna declare a winner.
Don't do this.
I actually will agree to break the tie. I will agree with. I'll agree with Chip.
It's okay, and it's okay. I mean, are you going to Millie rock on me real quick?
I don't know. That's what the cool kids do.
Feel like with the
Heat,
Heat actually provide if you run into the Heat are a little older.
Okay.
So the Heat are going to have, they're going to have issues in the rebounding category because they got a lot of guys. They fly a lot of guys out of you. You got to run out there at Curry. If he gets hot, you got to run out there at Poole. Draymond is still a problem. So then you have to have PJ Tucker, who would normally be guarding a shooter, which may be Clay. Now he would have to guard Draymond because you still got Looney. That's who Adebayo is going to guard. So they have a very hard, matchup problem because you don't want Jimmy getting in foul trouble chasing around Curry. So, and then you still got Poole, and he's going to be running around. So,
you're let's be honest, your real ball handler, Kyle Lowry, he's still fighting those injuries. So I would rather go against a half able Kyle Lowry than a full ability Jaylen Brown.
That's true. And then you never know what type of Jason Tatum you're going to get. Because if you activate him,
that's my thing. And listen, and I'm sorry, and I was upfront about this. I'm a Duke fan. I don't know if you guys knew that.
I'm a Duke.
Hey, let's go.
I could have put up the whole most hated NCAA players, and the top 6 are all Dookies. Number 1 hated NCAA player.
And I live with.
Who do you think it is? Who do you think it is?
Leitner.
Number 3.
Oh, Grayson Allen.
Number 1.
I knew it.
Number 2 has to be JJ Redick.
No, number 2, I forget who it was. He's in the top 5.
Better not be JJ Redick. But no, and I live with 2 UNC fans, so I have to deal with this all the time. But anyway, no, Jason Tatum's so hot and cold. It's so weird. I and I'm hand up. I fell asleep on the game, but I looked at his stat line. I'm like, was he hurt? What happened? And I looked, and he played. I was like, what the hell is going on with Jason Tatum? Are you serious? What are you doing? And then Jaylen Brown had 40. I'm like, why did they not win this game? And then I saw they just fucking dropped the ball in the 4th quarter. I cannot trust that.
I just think that no matter what, I do think that the Warriors are going to win the title. I think that now that they got all the pieces back, it's an unstoppable force. Now,
but they don't have all the pieces back. They don't, though. That's the messed up part about it. They don't. That's what's scary. They don't even have James Wiseman back. That's the
I know. That's why Kevin Looney stepping up is what's blowing my mind.
Big
Looney, I can't say it enough.
You already know Big Looney. It's
Looney's done this before. He did this in a couple playoff runs a couple years ago. And it's weird to me now to see Iguodala. Because Iguodala has now transitioned from the big game player who makes the big game shots to now you can see his tutelage where he's got Poole making big time shots. Who iced the game the other night for them. Luka doesn't have a chance against these guys because even if Luka can gives his best effort, he doesn't have enough. Even Brunson plays a perfect game. There's just not enough because you can't trade 2s for 3s, and they shoot a ton of 3s. And they got 4 or 5 people who can make them. So it's
even if they're having an off night, even if it's 30%, they're going to put them up, and it doesn't matter. 53s, and they're making 20 of them, you're good.
Yeah, listen, it's going to be an exciting trip down the line. I do think it's going to be a Heat versus the Warriors finals, and I think the Warriors win in 6.
Ooh, interesting. Are we making predictions right now?
We're not making predictions yet because they're not in there yet. I'm just sneaking in there because, as Javi, you're saying, look, the Heat do play with a lot of heart.
They do.
And at some point, they're going to just run your ass off the court.
Mm-hmm.
Only problem is I don't think they run Boston off the court. I think Boston wins the rest of them, homie.
Damn.
We're going to find out. We're going to learn today. Back to the wheel. We got 3 sections left.
Okay.
So as long as it doesn't land on shenanigans, the Nick Foles thing and the Harden thing will go pretty quickly.
All
If we
right,
go shenanigans, that might be our last topic of the night. We may skip Harden and Foles altogether.
All right.
Let's see what happens.
It's gonna land on shenanigans.
It's not. It's Nick Foles.
Nick Foles. And honestly, when you hit me with this earlier, I only have a couple points to make about this. Obviously, as an Eagles fan, I get it, but I also live with a Colts fan. So
sorry.
I hate to see it too. And it is funny because I always like joke about him, like, yo, do you want my Carson Wentz jerseys? Like, you good? Like, but anyway, I thought it would be like if Roger Goodell could actually control what happens in the NFL, and he made it so that Matt Ryan got hurt in the 11th game, and then Nick Foles got in, and then the Colts won the fucking Super Bowl. That would be the greatest narrative I've ever saw in life. That would be the greatest thing I've ever seen. If Nick Foles just happened to get in for Matt Ryan and then they won the Super Bowl, I'm like, okay. So Nick Foles is the greatest player to ever live.
So what I have on the screen here for those of you listening to the
greatest
audio
player ever live
is Carson Wentz has now been replaced by Nick Foles for the 3rd time in his NFL career.
I didn't even realize that. What a stat. I might make that my background on my phone.
Yeah.
That is crazy. First of
it's,
all, whoever made that picture is out of control.
The image, again, for those listening to the audio, the image makes it look like Carson Wentz is the fat, redheaded stepchild.
Facts.
The handsome Nick Foles. Again, you're
not showing his
dead
lower
on.
half.
The drama continues. Look, here's what it comes down to. Look, I'm happy that Nick Foles is, number one, no longer the 4th string quarterback on the Bears.
True.
Because he had no business being there. He went there because he had to go there. Mm-hmm. He's now a backup on a team where he knows the head coach. He knows the system. It's a good fit for him.
Sounds very
where
familiar.
I get annoyed is, of course, it has leaked out that the Eagles may or may not have been looking to sign Nick Foles.
They were.
And we're in the running to sign Nick Foles. I love Nick Foles for what he gave this city. And I would love to go to his retirement celebration.
Oh, yeah.
When he signs a 1-day contract as a Philadelphia Eagle.
Because he
will. But that is the only other time I need to see him in an Eagles uniform. This team has got to give Jalen Hurts a chance. Enough is enough. They have got to give Jalen Hurts a chance to be the quarterback of this football team.
I'm tired of I literally, excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean I'm literally over hearing this man's name, and it's on a different level of, and I'm not even gonna say that guy's name, the basketball player that didn't want to play for us, but Nick
Which
Foles,
one?
The tall one who didn't want to shoot, but
Andrew Bynum.
Yeah, him too. But and you didn't even want to say his name, and you knew who I'm talking about.
Nerlens Noel.
He went to LSU.
Jaleel Okafor.
Damn it,
Markelle Fultz.
You're naming a lot of players, and you're so right.
Drew Holiday.
But no, I didn't want to hear this man's name. He did what he had to
Jimmy
do.
Butler?
Oh, shit.
I don't know who he is.
Just
Tony Roten?
Somebody throw some water on my goddamn laptop. But Tony Roten was a really good one. I like that one.
I love Tony
Roten.
No, we didn't go 9.
AI 2.0?
We didn't go 9-7 with Tony. Oh, actually, we did go 9-7.
Andre Iguodala 2.0.
But no, I was tired of hearing
Larry Hughes.
Yep, him. Yeah, him. Yep. You didn't hit shenanigans. We didn't. I wasn't prepared for this.
Pepe Sanchez.
I don't know who has chosen this place. Oh, Charles
That's
Barkley.
not fair. That is not fair. You didn't hit shenanigans. I wasn't prepared for this. I thought
Yeah,
were
we
having
live the
serious-
shenanigans. Yeah, I just want to
say
point out
less.
that we did a solid like minute rant of process players that are no longer a member of this team
Gross.
without even thinking about it.
So
That was
gross.
nice.
So gross.
And again, like I said, I'm really excited for Nick Foles, the fact that
Yeah.
he's continuing his career.
Absolutely.
Because before the Super Bowl season, there was all the talk about like he was going to retire and be done with it. But he needs to not be a part of the Philadelphia
He was
Eagles
gonna be the
until it is
minister of
time
your
to
church.
celebrate until it is time to celebrate his retirement. And that's all it comes down to. Be done with it.
He was going to be the minister of your church.
Listen, he can minister all he wants. I'm just saying that I need him to not be the quarterback of my football team until
Also
Jalen
true.
Hurts gets a chance to do it. You know who needs a
will
quarterback
tell you.
is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh,
No, we have two.
interesting.
No, you have a half and a half.
Facts. You got
We have
coffee.
the same guy twice.
You got coffee for you got coffee for a quarterback.
Listen, we have the same guy twice. They're Siamese
Yeah,
twins
it's bad.
simultaneously.
Can we real quick? Are you confident in your quarterback situation? I'm just curious.
No.
Would
No,
you ask Pop
not-
that?
I'm not asking
JD
you to
is
go off
not.
the rails. Just asking real quick.
Would you ask Pop that question?
This guy. No, I would not.
Fair.
Say less. Okay.
Jesus.
Checkmate.
All right.
You got it.
I feel like it's going to be shenanigans. It's got to be shenanigans at this point.
It's going to be.
It's shenanigan time, y'all. So we're not even going to touch on the James Harden thing. Basically, it was
That man. No, we can because his reaction was.
that is a shenanigan. Actually, that is a shenanigan all of itself. So
This
let's
man
get
was
into some of
in the
these
club, like-
shenanigans that I have prepared for us this fine
He
night.
was fucking cooling in the club. Go ahead. I'm listening. I'm sorry. Go
So
ahead.
shenanigan number one, we're actually going to say is the James Harden thing.
Bro.
This is a direct quote from this man. I've been fatigued for years now. Took an offensive hiatus the past 2 years to rest. Y'all will see the real Harden next season. So this was a choice. The way that he played basketball this year
May
was a choice.
23rd.
Yes, JD.
20. This is very weird.
I would like to.
So
I would
you
like to first. I would like to
yes,
start
yes.
about
Yeah,
that
please go ahead. Go ahead. Mhm.
first. You guys buried number 25 for not shooting the ball, and this guy took a hiatus off of all of offense.
I took a 2-year break.
His fat ass took a
Is
2-year
it?
break. He came back fat and out of shape. Was fat and got skinny, then got fat again. and
Oh
halfway
yeah,
through
no,
the
it
season-
went back to fat.
So
He took a 2-year hiatus from normal dieting technique.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you guys not yelling his name out at wrestling events, saying "F him" or stoning his car, or
Because when his arms go up, the ball goes out of his hands.
But if he doesn't shoot for the whole fourth quarter, like what does that mean? Like how many times does his arms actually go up?
That's a good question. But
Ben Simmons did shoot. He just missed free throws when he shot.
Or he refused to take the shot. And I think the issue with James
Thank
Harden
you.
is he is not. And if you disagree with me, this is a time for a conversation.
Mhm.
He is not a supermax player.
no,
And him saying this at this juncture is his attempt to swindle a supermax contract from the Sixers because it's the only damn team that'll give it to him.
correct.
Well, because he's got the Sixers by the cojones right now, because he's got that
Yes, he
player.
does.
He does. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right
So,
about that.
So let's be
But
real. Let's be real.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
We're going to be real during the shenanigans segment. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's be real real quick. Let's get
Sure.
real for a minute.
Oh,
Shenanigans.
wait, rear face.
The shenanigans that happened was we believed that Daryl Morey was going to do something more than
You made me you said it was real shenanigans. Fine. Yeah.
we also did the same thing in Houston. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put the best together, the best team." He brought in Chris Paul.
I'm gonna do the best
We
thing
did
I
not.
have to do. I'm gonna do the best thing I gotta do.
All right.
No, you're not. You're not. doing
Shenanigan
the
number
best-
2 is not a real shenanigan, but I was umping a baseball game this weekend.
Sure.
And I happened to take a look
Uh-oh.
at the
Uh-oh.
scoreboard.
Uh-oh.
And even though umpires are not supposed to have their phones on the field,
Mm-hmm. You hate to see it.
nice. Look at the total score right now.
You hate to see it.
6-9.
It's 6-9, y'all.
It's 6. Some dad is in the field slapping his knee like
I talked to the third base coach. He's like, "We got to score a run." I'm like, "You better score a run."
Hey son, did you see that?
Nice.
Hey son,
That was a mini shenan.
hey son, look up. He's like, what are you talking? In fact, hey son, look up. He's like, what are you talking about?
that was a mini shenan.
That was me.
All right,
He's
JD.
like, listen, Barbara.
Not Barbara.
Did the Phillies bullpen pitch the bomb in the second inning? I don't know, Matt. I'm over here. JD, I'm with you there. On the doc thing or the nice. JD, this is going to piss you off. So I found this GOAT pyramid of NBA players. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Second tier, Kareem. Second tier is Kareem.
I've seen this.
Magic, Larry Bird, and
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell. Third tier, Kobe, Wilt, Shaq, Duncan, Karl Malone. Fourth tier is where LeBron finally ends up.
He's like bananas.
I'm okay with it.
You think he's a fourth tier NBA star?
LeBron is bananas of the GOAT pyramid.
Can I say this out loud for other people to hear me?
Sure. Say it.
No, the floor is yours.
LeBron is hurting his stock game after game as his career goes on by quitting on his team for the last 2 years. And it could be injuries, it could be whatever. But I haven't seen the guy that I'm like is right beside Kobe. I saw Kobe carry his Achilles and go shoot a free throw.
2 free throws.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
so is this a toughness pyramid then?
Facts.
I mean, I don't know if it's toughness, but look who's with him. You got Curry, KG. I mean, he ain't got no bums with him. Dr. J, Allen Iverson. I mean, it's kind of blurry, but I'm pretty sure Oscar Robinson is on there. I mean, he's got some. He's got some goats with him. Well, listen, this is all very, you know what I'm saying? This is all very like posh for those of you.
It is, and it's all subjective, and we understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
I don't know.
Fourth tier
I don't know if LeBron is when you got some people saying like it's Michael and LeBron as the greatest of all time and who it is, to see one guy at the top of the pyramid and then the fourth tier is where you see him. Yeah. And he's on the same level as John Stockton and Kevin Garnett, and Dwayne Wade and Dirk. I don't think LeBron and Dirk are on the same level.
You're calling LeBron granola at this point. It's terrible.
But
you're saying he's average.
Yeah.
You got what? But looking at the bottom level, you got
basic breakfast food.
The bottom level is actually kind of like hurtful too a little bit.
The honorable mention or the bottom?
The bottom. The honorable, like
the bottom of the pyramid. Got it.
You got Kawhi. You got Greek Freak. You got KD.
Bill Walton. You got Bill Walton.
The guy who's on the logo is down there. That guy's down
That's there. Also okay. Good point. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that.
Bart Dukes. Is that AI on the end?
Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, no. Okay, I need this person's at. This is out of control.
Yeah, and I said as Karl Malone's on that list, the one at the top was Hakeem. So Hakeem is above LeBron.
Laughable.
Well,
no.
How many chips? I mean,
nope.
Hakeem is one of the most dominant bigs of all time.
Correct. So is this just a big list? Because out of the top 10, you've got Wilt, Kareem, Shaq, Bill Russell, Duncan, and Hakeem. Is this just a big list?
Dude, I don't know. Maybe it's not really like going like this. Maybe it's just like listing everybody.
I feel like MJ's cousin made this list.
I feel like MJ is there. I mean, MJ is clearly number one, and I don't think it's even close.
Wait,
right.
Oh shit.
Like it's not even close because the reason I say LeBron and Michael aren't close is because when LeBron played, a lot of people got championships. When Michael played, nobody got any. King got one championship.
Are you talking about his first 9 years or?
I mean, his first 9 years, you really can't go off that because you got to think about what happened. He broke his foot one of those years.
Right.
When he first got in the league, the guys were doing cocaine on the bus. So these guys won't beat
I
anybody.
hate to see that.
Scottie Pippen definitely hates this list.
Yo, Scotty looked at it, was like, where am I at?
He hates it here. And then,
All right,
You're
now
down-
for three.
You're down here, buddy boy. Get out of here.
Now for three straight shenanigans. Three straight shenanigans, and we'll wrap the shit up.
Say less.
So, shenanigan number one. I was so into professional wrestling growing up.
Oh no.
Out of these four, you only can choose one match that you get to go to.
Wait, I gotta make
Do you go to, and these are made up matches, obviously. These matches didn't happen.
Yeah.
But Bret Hart versus Kurt Angle. Do you go to Stone Cold versus Hulk Hogan? Do you go to Sting versus The Undertaker? Or do you go to Eddie Guerrero versus the Heartbreak Kid,
You already got me.
Shawn Michaels? Brice, you're the guest, which means you have no time to think. You get to go first. Go.
Oh, it's Sting. It's Sting versus The Undertaker all day. Because I want to see The Undertaker come out with the fire and the flames, and I want to see Sting come down from the rafters. Crazy, bro. That would be and as a matter of fact, make it a cage match.
No, you got to make it a Hell in a Cell if you want that.
Say less. I'll take that. You're absolutely right. But I want to see Undertaker come out like and I need to see Sting come down from the rafters. No, I'm taking Sting and Undertaker all day.
So, all right. So I have to push back on this, right? And Matt agrees. He's saying Sting, Undertaker. So now you've got them and their entrances, but now the match actually happens.
I got you.
And Undertaker has
dominating.
4 moves, and Sting's got 5 moves.
5 moves, yeah, maybe.
It's not a good match. It's a great intro.
All right. I thought you okay. So I was going off of base of.
Well, no, I'm just pushing
what's
back.
going to sell.
I'm just pushing back.
What's going to sell tickets? You know what I'm saying?
All
If
of
I
them.
told
Going with the pageantry.
Oh no. I'm just saying. But if I told you Sting, Undertaker, Sunday night, Raw, bro, that's just gonna be crazy.
So and Javier's on.
That's just
So
gonna be
Matt saying
crazy.
this is all you need, but Javier's
If
with
I
me
told
saying
you
it's
you're
a
gonna
boring
go
match.
to bed at 10:30 at night to watch fucking Sting versus Undertaker, you're gonna stay up for that.
All right. I'm gonna jump in here.
All right, JD, you're up.
I'm gonna take Stone Cold and Hollywood, and I'm gonna take my man Hulk Hogan because
Brother,
you gotta think about it. You got the NWO. You got, you can't even talk about wrestling without talking about Hulk, like Hulkamania.
True.
I mean, between him and Ric Flair, like it's really they started this eclectic attitude. And then you got Stone Cold, who might Stone Cold stun somebody in the back before the fight even starts.
before they even get to before they even get out of the car.
So, again, I got to push back. I
you
could
picking?
never stand watching Hulk Hogan wrestle
Wow,
He was all
wow,
fist.
brother.
because it was all fluff, brother. Like, yeah, cool. You lifted Andre the Giant, and yes, you were in Rocky 4 or Rocky 3, excuse me.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But like I loved watching Stone Cold, and I loved watching The Rock.
Are
Like,
you
those
going Eddie
matches
Guerrero?
were-
You're going Eddie Guerrero. I know you are.
So I'm torn. I'm really torn because I love a technical match. So if you're talking about the best wrestling match, it's without a doubt Kurt Angle versus Bret Hart.
Right. Yeah.
Because those two knew how to wrestle. But if you're talking about the best overall athleticism and acrobatics, I'm going Eddie Guerrero versus Shawn Michaels. Because you've got the exciting intro for Shawn Michaels. So there you got your intro. Eddie, depending on which variation he was. But then you've got the athleticism that both of them bring. You've got he could hit you with the sweet chin music out of nowhere. And you've got the submissions out of everything.
True.
Okay.
I think the best match on this list, if you're talking about the entire thing, is HBK and Eddie Guerrero.
All right. So, and I got your pushback, and I understand that. And
Let's go.
No. I get you. No, because that actually, it makes sense. But which out of these 4 do you think gets the most viewers?
Stone Cold, easy.
Probably Stone Cold and Hulk. Because at this point, Steve Austin just, headlined WrestleMania after not wrestling for 19 years.
First of all, I had an NWO shirt, so I fuck with the Wolfpack. Yeah. So
Matt, all I'm hearing when you say this is Monday nights are back, y'all.
Talk about it.
The Phillies hung on to a 6-run lead. Talk about shenanigans, brother. Monday nights with Chip are back.
Yeah, man.
2 more quick shenanigans for you.
Sure.
JD, I know you're going shopping for some new, South Carolinian clothes. So here's my question. Are you purchasing these?
Uh-oh. Shit. He put Balenciaga Crocs. What?
Coming to a Walmart near you.
Facts. $15.99.
Listen.
I believe these are pronounced stilettos.
Balenciagas. And the women's shoes, pumps and heels.
Matt, those are Crocs with a lovely heel.
And then you also have to put the thing back for so you're in sport mode.
Safety.
Yeah, for sport mode. It's a sport
all-wheel drive instead of four-wheel drive.
Facts.
Front-wheel drive.
So we need to throw this out there. These are for the nurses who also strip to pay their tuition.
They get off work and they're like, "Yep, I gotta go."
That's what they come to work for. They nurse shit.
I gotta get out of here.
JD, I saw these and they
got the
hurt my
rip-off
pants.
She got the rip-off pants like
she's got the check me into the game coach pants.
And I'm back. Say less.
Yo, these hurt my heart. I had to share those with you. I needed someone else to experience my pain.
Balenciaga Crocs. That's comedy.
And our final shenanigan is a dealer's choice of such.
Do they come with red bottoms? That's the better question.
Oh, say less.
Or is she wearing red bottoms under her?
All right, you have to choose. Are you fighting an orangutan with a sword once a year? Or are you fighting a chicken every time you get in your car?
I'm
taking the chicken. No, fuck that. Nah, because that's annoying. Like, when you get out of bed, like you wake up, you're like, and then you get real situated. You're like, damn, that fucking chicken's outside. You know for a fact when you get up, you're like, that fucking chicken is outside waiting for you. Fuck.
And it's in close quarters.
Nah, I'm taking the chicken because you already know that one time a year you might die. You're not gonna that chicken's not gonna kill you. It's just gonna be annoying. That orangutan will literally end your fucking life. You could go outside and be like, all right, get out of here. Like, open the door and the chicken gets out. You're like, but that orangutan might end your fucking life. But it's just that annoyance. So you wake up and you're like, fuck, man. Like, you had your orange juice. You ate a breakfast sandwich. You're like, there's a chicken outside waiting for me. Shit. Like, that's so fucking annoying. It's just annoying. But go ahead. I'm going to let y'all answer. It would be, I'll take the chicken, but it's annoying. Go ahead.
Chip, I'm gonna take that orangutan, cuz.
Nah, bro, I can't.
Because I only got to do it once a year, and I can prepare all year.
Are you going to be able to stab it?
You're going to have like the 1980s Rocky training montage for your once a year back. You're the best. All right.
Yeah, facts. And then we're going to your funeral. And I was like, shit, I told you to take the chicken. Like, bro, like,
he don't have a sword. You got a sword. All you gotta do is poke his ass.
I'm just saying, like, I didn't know.
I'm taking the chicken. I'm sorry.
I didn't know what to do with that.
I'm taking the chicken. I can't. You got to answer now, Chip.
So I'm torn because what ends up happening is I'm so torn because you both make really good points. But then the problem is I see shit like this.
That is your heart.
I like to move it.
All girls all over the world. Original man, stop man, find your case, man. I love how all girls are move them body. And when you move your body, you move it nice and sweet.
Yeah. A beautiful day.
That was your heart. He was squeezing it. He reached into your body and he pulled it out and it was like, delicious juice. No, I'm taking the goddamn chicken. I don't care. I'm taking the chicken.
For those who just joined, this has been the shenanigans segment of Chip and Drill.
Whoever just walked in and saw that video, they were like, what the fuck is going on here?
I'm Chip. That's JD. That was Brice.
Brice the fourth out here.
Bye, motherfuckers.
Peace out, y'all.